Hey YouTube, been a while. Alright, I was looking for a amp switcher of some sort and I came across some brands like KHE, Amp Heat, and a couple of other ones that are like a rack mount sort of device. Very expensive though, like Australian, probably about $3,000 or more. And I was willing to pay that, but you can't even get them in Australia, from what I've seen. I've looked everywhere, can't find them. And then I thought, well, do I really need the ability to swap, cabinets around in any order as well as the amps? Probably not, because with those ones you plug in all your cabinets and your amps, and you can switch anything out in any order that you want. But I don't really need that. I've got all my amps connected to their own speaker cabinets. So I just basically wanted the ability of just, stomping on a pedal of some sort and then like moving from amp A to B to C to D, etc. And I found this, and it doesn't seem to be very well known. I found one video on YouTube, but he wasn't really using it for the use case that I'm using it, sort of A, Bing, C'ing and D'ing amps. Yeah, but the Radial Headlight, what's going on? It's pretty much unknown. So this will enable you to switch between 4 amps. And, you've got some lift controls on there. If you've got like some bad hum, you can get rid of it. And I've tried it, and yeah, I had one amp that had a lot of noise for some reason, and that fixed it right up. And you can also play your amps simultaneously, like 2 amps at the same time, 3 or even 4 amps at the same bloody time. And you've also got these little levers here for 180 degrees polarity. Like if it's, how do you even explain that? If you're playing like 2 amps or more at the same time and it's kind of out of sync and sounds weird, you can sort of reverse the polarity, and then it's more in sync and sounds like it should. There's also a little drag screwdriver, little adjuster here. That's for adjusting the sensitivity in combination with your humbuckers or pickups on your guitar. I haven't even played with that, but it sounds fine the way I've got it set by default. But yeah, tested it out. It works bloody fantastic. You've got a tuner out jack if you need that, and just 4 outputs. There's different ways you can set this up, by the way. You can plug your guitar straight into the input, and then you've got 4 outs to the front of your amps. But with high gain amps, there's a lot of background noise. Nothing that the lift lever is going to fix. It's just the amp itself. High gain amps turn up loud, a lot of gain. It's just really noisy. I always play amps with a pedal board in front, with a noise gate in front, and a noise gate in the effects loop. So another way I've tried to plug it in is guitar, cord or wireless into your pedal board. So it goes through the pedals that's in front of your amp, noise gate, overdrive, and send that to the input of this. And then you've got your 4 outs. So then your overdrive will engage for whatever amp you've selected, and also the noise gate in front of the amp. But like I said, I need noise gate in the effects loop for certain amps. So it's better, but it doesn't help for me. So the way I'm using it is, this is not a typical use case, but I've got individual rigs with individual pedal boards. So I go straight into the input with my guitar, and the outs to the pedal boards on those rigs that have a effects loop connection as well, with pedals, noise gates and whatever. And that's how I'm using it. Quick demo. Here it is. Solidly built, man. Metal. So my guitar, wireless, the receiver just goes into the input, and then the 4 outs to the pedal boards of all my rigs. Right, I've got to turn these amps on. So, amp 1 is the Black Star. Amp 2 is the Boss Katana. Amp 3 is the Orange Super Crush. Amp 4, the dual rectifier. Let's turn these pedal boards on for my use. Woo. Alright, we're on the Black Star first. Number 2, Katana. Great riff, man. Not. Orange. What a shredder. And the rectifier. Whoops. It was on standby. Not trying to win any riff awards here. There you go. Switch from A to D. I haven't mic'd up these cabinets, so it's going to sound a bit shitty on my phone camera, but deal with it. So it all works. And like I said, you can activate all amps at the same time, or however many you've got connected. So you push the mute button. Oh, you got to select the slider to go all on. Then you hit the mute button and block your friggin' ears. Woo! Too close. Too much. If you want to be crazy, you can do that. Actually sounds pretty good. It sounds in sync. Hey, it seems to sound as good as the Mimic doubler pedal actually, but I can have 4 amps if I want, but I can't see myself using that in any real life situation. Well, there you go. Awesome pedal, man. Does what the tin says. What can I say? Recommended. The audio is probably going to sound really shit on this video. It's Like I said, I didn't use individual microphones or anything for the cabinets. It's too much work in this place. Tangled wires everywhere and pulling stuff out and plug it in here. But thanks for watching. If you did, kudos.